This is Lewis Ritson and you're watching Sport Icons.
So, post-fight review for JORGE Linares versus VASYL Lomachenko, and I would urge you to pause this video right now and go give it a watch if you can, then come back and obviously drop your comments below as to how you saw the fight going up until the stoppage. Now, before the fight I was torn as to who would win, and I would favour VASYL Lomachenko but ever so slightly, because obviously this is his third weight class that he's moved up for, and of course now he's a 3-weight world champion, so congratulations to VASYL Lomachenko right off the gate. So he come into this arguably the favourite. Obviously this is a co-promotion between Top Rank and Golden Boy, and as I said, it was a pretty decent fight, and I found it difficult to score the rounds, to be honest, but up until the stoppage I'll probably have it for VASYL Lomachenko, only just maybe by what, a couple of rounds maybe, but I'm sure other people will probably have it wider, because there were quite a few swing rounds, and obviously it depends on what it is that you're looking for. The skills were on display right from the get-go. From the first round you could probably argue, again, it was a swing round I suppose, but for me I gave it to Linares, I did. But anyway, it's not that important as to who was winning the fight and what have you, because ultimately VASYL Lomachenko stops JORGE Linares in round number 10. But one of the talking points in this one is that I believe it's the first time, right, that VASYL Lomachenko has been dropped, and he got dropped in the 6th round. It wasn't a stumble, a trip, it was a clean knockdown. You could argue maybe a flash knockdown or whatever it was, but it definitely hurt him, it definitely buzzed him, and he needed the rest of the round to recover, I suppose. But there's going to be talking points, I'm sure there is, as to whether or not JORGE Linares quit in this fight. Obviously he gets put down in round number 10 and stays down. You could argue he could have got back up again, and I'm not going to argue against that, but for me I think JORGE Linares, he quit way before the knockdown. He was probably on the verge of quitting from round number 4 or 5 even. Mentally, psychologically, you could see in his face, he was like, I don't know what to do with this guy. And I don't know how people are going to view VASYL Lomachenko's performance. Is he now solidified as pound for pound number 1 in a lot of people's eyes? Obviously some people don't really rate Linares. I always have. I've always liked Linares. I really have. But I think, or I feel even, that VASYL Lomachenko was superior in this fight. He was definitely the most skillful, he was definitely the most determined, and as I said, psychologically I was just seeing either Linares wasn't quite right going into the fight, maybe, I don't know, but I could see him deteriorate as the fight was going on, and I'm thinking, hang on a minute, the one thing that I don't expect him to do in this fight is quit, like Rigondeaux did, like Walters did, and so on. So I didn't see them or him as quitting. I didn't. I thought that the Lomachenko thing would come to an end against Linares, where he would be done by either a stoppage or points. So I'm not going to give VASYL Lomachenko the win by quit, but again, if some people do, I don't blame them at all, because maybe he could have got up. It was a body shot that dropped him, but it was a few shots before then where you could see Linares was like, I don't want any more of this. You know, please just hit me on the button so I'll go to sleep. And of course, once he gets dropped, maybe psychologically he felt that he was already behind on the cards at that point and there's no point carrying on, or he felt he couldn't stop VASYL Lomachenko. But again, this will depend on how you see the fight, of course. So Linares did well, okay? You could see he's a world-class fighter. It's not like Lomachenko went in there and dominated him, because he didn't. He really, really didn't. But he definitely showed all the skills and the attributes to say, hey, listen, I am arguably the top fighter in the world right now, as far as skill goes and all that kind of thing. And he just frustrated the hell out of Linares. as I said, there were patches where Linares did very, very well. And he did steal a couple of rounds, in my opinion, and ultimately, of course, because of the knockdown in round number 6. But I'll be interested to know what it is that you feel. Do you think that this was a quit by Linares? Could he have got up? Should he have got up? Or was this a legitimate, he got knocked down, he was hurt, and couldn't get up? So, but what happens with Linares next? I don't know. Maybe he'll go and have a rematch with Luke Campbell, potentially, maybe. With VASYL Lomachenko, he said he's going to stay at 135. Michael Garcia, obviously, he relinquished his 140 title. Again, why would you go up there, win a title, vacate it, and then drop back down again? So maybe we're going to see Michael Garcia and VASYL Lomachenko for the title, of course. And I don't know who would win that one. I really, really don't. Because Linares is a world-class fighter, and he frustrated VASYL Lomachenko at times, and ultimately, of course, dropped him as well. So I really don't know how Michael Garcia would do against VASYL Lomachenko. Again, that's another 50-50 fight, one that I'll definitely be interested in. And if VASYL Lomachenko was to beat Michael Garcia, even Lomachenko's haters could not deny him pound for pound number 1. Surely. They probably will. But anyway, so VASYL Lomachenko, he defeats Jorge Linares by technical knockout in round number 10. As I said, up to that point, I had Lomachenko winning by a couple of rounds. But again, it's dubious, it's arguable. Maybe some people had it a draw at that point, or maybe Linares edging it by a round. Maybe, either way. But anyway, drop your thoughts below, click that thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll catch you all on the very next video.